don't be a moron, vote for Doran. I know that's a really good slogan, and we should have put it on the buttons, but I thought about bringing it back for this campaign. But believe it or not, I've actually matured a little since grade 7. So back then, I barely knew what leadership was beyond the funny slogan. And today, I think it's something very different. It's about listening before speaking. It's about leading with compassion and clarity. And it's about leveraging your skills and experience to deliver real results. And that's why my campaign slogan is listen, lead, deliver. And listen, lead, deliver. Very simple words, but they're important. And it's not really a slogan. It's the way I conduct myself in all my endeavors, and it's a reminder to me about the kind of counselor that I would be. So why am I standing here tonight? This is not a career move for me. I'm kind of past that stage of my life. And I've been fortunate. I've had a career that's taken me in directions that I have never imagined. I worked with entrepreneurs and researchers and municipalities, colleges, universities, businesses, community organizations across Ontario and Canada, and even astronauts. But there comes a point when you stop asking what's next for my career and start saying, where can I give back the most and where can I make the biggest difference? And for me, the greatest contribution I can do right now is to give my time back to Guelph. So I'm running to represent Ward 5, and I couldn't be more excited about that. Ward 5 is an incredible part of Guelph. It's home to the University of Guelph, one of Canada's greatest universities, and it's home to the Stone Road Commercial District. Wonderful neighborhoods, parks, and schools, and families from every imaginable background. And did you know that I have lived in 4 different neighborhoods in Ward 5? My first house on Ironwood, thanks to Dave and the LePage crew, Royal LePage crew. I know this area well, and I spend a significant amount of time here each week, currently visiting friends and shopping and exploring and the trails and making some of those videos that I've been making. They're supposed to be entertaining. I hope they are. But of course, the councillor serves the entire city. And effective counselors start by listening carefully to the people they represent and bringing those voices to City Hall. And that's the commitment I'm making to Ward 5. I'll be there for you as the city grows and navigates the challenges and opportunities that are going to shape our future. Now I've got 3 little short stories for you. So let's get started. The first one begins 26 years ago when I came here to attend graduate school. The plan was to finish grad school and then go back to Peterborough. But at the time, my good friend Dale said, I don't know about that because Guelph is sticky. Do you remember saying that to me? You did. It never left me. So I smiled and said, okay, whatever, Dale. But he was right. The longer I stayed, the more I fell in love with the city. First the university, the arboretum, and the trails all over Ward 5 and beyond, and then the vibrant music scene, the restaurants, the pubs like this one, and the festivals and community events. There were good vibes in Guelph for those who tuned in, and I think everybody in this room understands what that means. There was something special happening in Guelph, and I wanted to be a part of it. Here, community matters, culture and multiculturalism matters. And innovation was in the DNA of Guelph. And I saw good people come together around common purpose to make remarkable things happen. This is the way, to quote The Mandalorian. Got to put a Star Wars quote in here. It's how Guelph has risen to be a shining example of what a vibrant, thriving city can be. And over the years, I became more involved, eventually leading Innovation Guelph and working alongside an amazing team and a network of community partners, businesses, educators, researchers, and city staff. And together we helped entrepreneurs launch companies, create partnerships, and found new ways to support the community together. And we truly believed in the idea of business as a force for good. And all that momentum opened up new opportunities for me and Joan. So we relocated to Barrie for a few years. And it was a wonderful opportunity And we were able to continue contributing to our community through our business, Freaky Wizard, and my work with Georgian College. But we knew it was only temporary. We missed Guelph every day, and we watched from a distance and followed what was happening through the news and social media, because this city was our home, and as soon as we could, we moved back. And that really is how sticky Guelph is. Try to leave, you can't. You must come back. So the second story begins here. Watching Guelph from the outside, visiting as a tourist these past couple of years, gave me a different perspective. A unique one that I don't think many of the candidates in this election have. This city is still wonderful, the people are still wonderful, and the vibe I mentioned is still here, but something has changed. It's like Guelph has lost its compass bearing. The Guelph I know has always been a city that leads, and lately though it feels though we've been reacting to problems instead of getting ahead of them with vision, innovation, and thoughtful planning. So I see this as an opportunity, and I say this because I know what Guelph is capable of, because I have seen it and I have been a part of it. Innovation is one of those words that has been overused lately. We throw it around so often, maybe it's lost its meaning, but I still use it because it's exactly the right word for this situation. Innovation isn't about technology, it's about inventiveness, ingenuity, collaboration, and it's about seeing possibility where others see a dead end. It's about bringing good people together, listening to different perspectives, and creating community-sized solutions that no one could create alone. And that's how we tackle the housing problem, address homelessness with compassion and practical solutions, and meet the growth targets while protecting our water and our environment. A future-facing and uniting vision fueled by collaboration, innovation, and community as leadership is what we need. And I believe Guelph can become a national leader again in solving those community-sized problems. And with your help, I'm going to make that happen. So I've got one more story for you. My third story is about stewardship. Throughout my career, I've been entrusted with public money, and nothing frustrates me more than seeing public dollars wasted. And you probably feel the same way. The question has always been the same: how do we create the greatest possible public benefit from every dollar? And that's how I've approached my work in the last 25 years. It's also how I believe City Hall should operate. Good investments pay dividends, whether they're economic, environmental, or social. And every tax dollar should have a purpose. And every investment should move us closer to the city that we're trying to build. Without a clear destination, it's impossible to know if we're headed in the right direction. And that's, remember the compass needle I was talking about earlier. It starts with listening to the residents, building strong community partnerships, planning thoughtfully, executing carefully, and all guided by a clear vision of what Guelph can become. Those of you who know me know that I've had a rich career and worn many hats. But when I look back, the work has all been the same. It's been about helping people, organizations, and municipalities make better decisions and do big things. That's right. And no one has all the answers. But by listening and working together and bringing different perspectives to the table, this city has accomplished remarkable things. And our work here in this city has had a ripple effect across Canada. And one thing I've learned is that difficult problems rarely have simple solutions. The louder the debate becomes, the more important it is to slow down, listen carefully, and look at the evidence and think about the long-term consequences. In this city, that's the kind of leadership that I definitely will bring to City Hall. So, some people have joked with me over the last few weeks that says, Jamie, you just got back to Guelph and now you're taking over. It's like, yes. No, really, it's not. It says, I am running because I want to be involved and I want to help. I want to be a strong voice for Ward 5 right here and a thoughtful voice for City Hall and help build the next chapter of Guelph. And I'm ready to do the work. And there's one final thought I'd like to leave with you. Some of you here tonight are members of the Guelph Pirate Club. Yar. Yar. Okay, we laugh about it, but there's something deeper behind it. The Guelph Pirate Club code reminds us to hold fast, work together, and fear nothing. It also says leave every port better than we found it and leave no one behind. And I think that's a pretty good philosophy for building a city. It starts with our neighborhoods right here in Ward 5. Neighbors helping neighbors, businesses and community organizations working together, one small effort at a time until those efforts shape the entire city. Guelph is extraordinary because ordinary people have decided to build it together. And that's the Guelph that I believe in. And that's the future I'd like to build with all of your help. So now campaigns run on volunteers. Thank you to the volunteers. Yeah, the volunteers. And optimism, and unfortunately they require money. And this is the most embarrassing part of the entire evening. But some of you will remember Ghostbusters, the scene in Ghostbusters where they need petty cash. And then Dan Aykroyd's character says, this represents all the petty cash. So if you'd like to help refill the petty cash for this campaign, you'll find some cards on the table. There's some QR codes here and there. There's an opportunity for you to use the QR codes to go to the website, and you can do a financial donation there. You can also offer your time and talents. If there are ways that you can help this campaign, I would be endlessly grateful. Thank you ahead of time if you plan to do that. You might have noticed that I approach life with joy and curiosity, and that is intentional. So the challenges facing Ward 5 in Guelph are real, but I don't believe solving difficult problems means that we need to lose our optimism, our humor, or our joy. So I don't think we have to become serious people to solve serious problems. In fact, I think it's the opposite of that. That's the way we're going to solve them. So let's work hard and be brave and enjoy building that future Guelph together. And finally, again, thank you for being here tonight. I know it's a Monday night and you're busy summers, but thank you so much, everybody, for coming. But thank you so much for believing in this campaign and coming here tonight. It means a huge amount to me. It's all very strange. It feels like I'm in a different skin almost, but it's what you have to do if you want to contribute. So that's why I'm doing it. So thank you everybody for coming. I'll be here. Thanks a lot.